I think part of it is magnified too by a lot of the players that you mentioned who have been those biggest personalities and most beloved players on this team the last 10 or so years. It's Kyle Williams, a defensive tackle, Brian Moorman, a punter, and Eric Wood, a center. None of those are the sexy, flashy, top of the build your team around position guys a lot of the time. It has been a long time since the Buffalo Bills had a quarterback who both we named our guy, so a guy that we drafted, and you think about Lossman, Edwards, all these guys, Manuel, who just completely just had their short runs, they're gone, we replace them with the next guy. And also has taken to this city. I mean, I think everyone started exploding on Twitter after his comments about, I play in New York. We are a New York team. Everyone in Buffalo eats that up because deep down inside in Buffalo, we have a little bit of a little brother complex when it comes to the big city, and we want to make sure people know that we exist too. So that combined with how well I think he has played on the field and the fact that he really seems to take to his leadership role has made him really one of the stories of the NFL season so far. And if it wasn't for maybe Lamar Jackson going out and throwing the ball all around the yard, Josh Allen might be the most talked about quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Listen, I know that he's got to be a star on the field to also be one off the field. If the Bills are 0-2 when Josh Allen was playing like trash right now, he'd be getting killed in the media and by fans, and they probably would be calling for Barkley to be starting at this point. I know how it works, but that's not the case right now. And, I'm telling you, I got to be honest with you. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, I'm old enough, I grew up during the Bills Super Bowl era, so I remember the Jim Kelly days when he was a larger-than-life figure. Off the field, I'm talking about. It would be news where Jim Kelly would be spotted at some restaurant or a club. The bulbs would be out flashing everywhere. It was kind of like a TMZ, Hollywood Reporter, tabloid kind of deal. Jim Kelly out and about. And it was like news. And I kind of feel like things are verging that way, trending that way towards Josh Allen becoming that type of star. Good-looking dude. I'll tell you, I got a friend on Twitter. Here's another example, actually a perfect one. Got a friend, Stephanie, on Twitter, and she posts plenty of selfies with herself or friends or whoever it may be. And she's a pretty girl, so she gets likes on there. But today, as we tape this again on Thursday, she was at the Bills facility. She won some kind of lunch with one of the coaches. Well, anyway, she had an opportunity to get a selfie with Josh Allen. She posted that selfie, and within a couple of hours, she had like 850 likes. You know what I'm saying? There's just an aura about Josh Allen as a star I'm starting to see that is just as much, not just on the field, but also off of it as well.
I mean, the city wants to embrace him as a leader, and so far he's given them nothing but love back. And I think Bills Mafia and the fans here in Buffalo have absolutely eaten it up. And it really does seem like a good fit for him. I don't know if I could picture him being, where Sam Darnold is. I don't know how he would handle the big New York City gotcha journalism kind of media that exists sometimes in big city sports like in New York City and Toronto and things like that. But here in Buffalo, he comes from, Wyoming. It's certainly not a big place. It's a down home kind of feel. He comes here to Buffalo and gets to, go to work and do his job. And I think the people and the fans here really respect his work ethic and, how he views being part of this team.